I mean, we've all been there, right? It hits 10 p.m., you're exhausted, and you just kind of look back and wonder, what did I actually do? It's the super frustrating sense that the hours just evaporated, leaving you with a huge to-do list and that sinking feeling of being behind.
17. Let's just put a number on it. If you get a pretty healthy 7 hours of sleep, this is what you're working with. 17 waking hours. That's it. And you know what? It's the same for everybody, from a CEO to an artist. So the real question isn't how to magically find more time, but how do we master the time we've already got?
And that, right there, is the core idea. The solution to feeling completely overwhelmed isn't about finding some magical 25th hour in the day. Nope. It's about having a blueprint, a conscious plan for how you're going to invest those 17 hours. That's what lets you end the day feeling accomplished, not just busy. So first things first, let's really define the problem we're trying to solve here. You could call it the vanishing day. It's that all too common experience where your time just slips away, not because you chose to, but because of 1,000 tiny little reactive decisions.
I mean, our days are just filled with these traps, aren't they? The constant buzz of notifications just shatters our focus. And jumping into email first thing in the morning, that basically means you immediately start fighting fires for everybody else. And then there's the mindless scrolling late at night that just robs you of good rest. All of this is reactivity, and let me tell you, it is the enemy of making any real progress.
But there is a solution. There's a way to build a dam against that reactive tide. And it's a simple, actionable framework for structuring your day. It's called the 17-hour formula.
Okay, so the entire formula is built on 3 super simple, distinct phases. A great way to think of it is like the 3 acts of your daily play: how you start, how you perform, and how you conclude. Activation, focus, and reflection. Easy to remember.
All right, let's break down that first phase, activation. This is all about how you launch your day. You know, the trajectory you set in the first hour or two, that often determines the altitude you're going to reach for the rest of the day. So, the activation phase is basically your personal launch sequence. The whole goal here is to consciously decide what your day is going to be about before the world starts making demands on your time. You know that saying about putting your own oxygen mask on first? This is it. So, what does this actually look like? Well, it could be 15 minutes of stretching or just drinking a big glass of water. And here's the crucial part. It means reviewing your own priorities before you even think about opening your inbox. It's all about priming your mind and body for what actually matters most to you.
Okay, so once you're activated, it's time to engage. And that brings us to phase 2, focus. This is the real heart of the day, the part where you tackle your most important work. Think of the focus phase as your sacred, protected time. This is the core productive engine of your day. It is not for multitasking, it is not for busy work. This is for the deep, concentrated effort that actually moves the needle on your biggest goals.
Now this phase, it's all about discipline. It means turning off the notifications, closing all those extra browser tabs, and maybe time blocking a 90-minute session for one and only one task. A really powerful tip here is to tackle your hardest work first. That way, you're dedicating your peak mental energy to what truly matters. And finally, we get to the third phase. So many people just skip this part, but it is just as important as the work itself. This is how you close out your day with purpose. The reflection phase is kind of like your cool-down lap. It helps prevent burnout by creating a really clear boundary between your on hours and your off hours. But more importantly, it makes sure that each day informs the next, which creates this amazing cycle of continuous improvement. And this just shows you how ending the day intentionally is the secret to starting the next one effectively. You know, taking just 5 minutes to jot down what went well, clearing your desk, or putting your phone away an hour before bed, these little rituals have a massive impact on your rest and how ready you are for tomorrow. So you can see right here how the 3 phases create this really powerful system. Activation sets your direction, focus drives real progress, and reflection consolidates what you've learned and prepares you to do it all over again, but even better, tomorrow. It's a complete, sustainable cycle. Okay, theory is great, but let's actually put this all together. Let's look at what this really means for you, starting the second you wake up tomorrow. The contrast here is just stark. On one side, you've got the reactive day. You're just leaving things to chance, which honestly feels draining and totally unsatisfying. But on the other side, you have the intentional day. It's designed with this formula, it's purposeful, it's focused, and it ends with a real, genuine sense of accomplishment. The difference is profound. And here is probably the most important thing to remember. This is a blueprint, okay? It's not a prison. Some days are just going to be messy, and that's fine. The goal isn't to execute this flawlessly every single day. The real goal is to simply be more intentional with the 17 hours you're given.
So, the real question is this. You have the blueprint, you got the exact same 17 hours as everyone else. How are you going to design yours tomorrow?